So this is the last of our series on how to obey Jesus, and move to the right on our discipleship card there. And there's two parts to this. The first one is to stay connected to Jesus. You've all heard the story that Jesus says, I'm the vine and you're the branches, and whoever abides in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. But apart from me, you can do nothing. And if you don't abide, he's going to trim those branches and they'll wither and they'll be thrown away and they're thrown into the fire and burned. But if you live in him, if you stay connected to him, his words will abide in you, and you can ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. And that is how God will be glorified, because then you'll bear much fruit and so prove to be my disciples. So he's saying the fruit you bear from your ministry, and he doesn't mean the people who come to Jesus because of you. He means your fruitful life. The way you live your life is going to glorify your Father. And that's fruit of his Spirit in you. So you want to stay close to that Spirit, like touching close. Have you ever been near somebody that you just couldn't help but touch because you love them so much, you just wanted some connection with them? Well, that's how Jesus is and wants us to be with him. He wants to touch us and hold us close. So he wants us to what he calls abide in him. Abide just means live in him every moment. Let your breath be tied to him. And it matters if you are or not. To stay connected to Jesus is the whole point. And then in John 15, he goes on to say later, you didn't choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should abide, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give it to you. These things I command you, so that you will love one another. It's about not only loving the lost, but loving others who are broken as you are, trying to live closer to Jesus and trying to learn to obey Christ. You want to stay connected to Jesus so that God can answer the prayers that will help you have value in the world, help you add to the kingdom of God, that will help you abide with him, be with him at all times. And when you do that, it is a natural outcome that you want to share that blessing with others, that God is answering prayers and you're seeing miracles and you're seeing God at work when you couldn't have imagined it before. So here's what he says. Share that good news with others. In Matthew 4, he says, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. And immediately they left their nets and they followed. And going from there, they saw two other brothers. And you know the whole calling of all the disciples. And they went throughout Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom and healing every disease and every affliction among the people. Guess what happened here? They got connected to Jesus. And that fruit of the Spirit that shines through them because they were connected to him gave them a ministry we can only dream of. Now, you can be connected, and maybe you won't be healing and casting out diseases and proclaiming the gospel on a street corner. Maybe you'll be living a life that draw other people to you and thus to Jesus because of your ministry and your sharing with them. Maybe he'll give you a ministry of caring for a small child who has no one else to tell them about the gospel. Maybe he'll give you a different ministry, but you will be in the place God has told you to be if you abide with him with a spirit of obedience, doing whatever it is he tells you to do. And then you'll find when you're going, but God, I don't have the resources. He goes, just ask. There'll be a coin in a fish's mouth or a basket from a child who will feed thousands. Whatever you need, God can provide if you share the good news with others out of the abundance of your heart because you're connected to Christ. That's my prayer for you this week.